Democracy That Delivers is brought to you by the Center for International Private Enterprise. Now to your host.
Welcome to the Democracy That Delivers podcast. This episode is part of our series on Association Frontiers, featuring the issues, innovations, and leaders at the forefront of the chamber and association industry from around the world. I'm Stephen Rosenlund, a certified association executive and chair of SIPE's Chambers and Associations Working Group. For 40 years, SIPE has partnered with chambers and associations to find solutions to some of the world's most pressing socioeconomic challenges. We're proud to bring you their stories and experts from the industry globally. Today, I'm honored to be joined by leaders of the Ukrainian Women Business Platform, President Nadiia Lysetska, and a mentor of the association, Kateryna Khudyk. Welcome to the podcast, ladies.
Thank you very much. Our pleasure.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, Nadiia, the platform is the leading association of businesswomen in Ukraine, and you're the founder of the platform. What led you to start this association?
Thank you, Steve, for these opportunities to share with you auditories about our history, about our mission, our vision, and all about development of business women in Ukraine. The Ukrainian platform, Women in Business, is an association of women entrepreneurs, representatives of Women Business Association for new acquaintances, development and training, networking, support each other, exchange of experience, generation of new ideas for growing business each other, and implementation of joint projects and mentoring. And thank you so much for SIPE support, because it's important for us. Like Ukrainian women, like Ukrainian entrepreneurs, we all know that in Ukraine we have a difficult situation, war with Russia. That's why we don't have so many opportunities which we need. But thank you for support program like SIPE. We can join to world diasporas of Ukraine women, and we can create new generation entrepreneurs in our country with new goals and with new mission. If we're talking about Ukrainian platform, Women Business, the main of our mission is development and growing and support Ukrainian business women. We continue to work actively and expand despite the war, organize events and trainings to charity work, and implement grants projects with the support of international donors.
Thank you, Nadiia. The association was established in 2019. So it's hard to imagine a more difficult set of circumstances to establish and run an association. First, we had COVID-19, the global pandemic that we all dealt with. And of course, then the Russian invasion and war in Ukraine, which we're all following very closely. So yet you're still at it after these successive layers of crisis. And I think a lot of people would wonder, how is this even possible?
I think we have to many thanks to each other, because Ukrainian women, it's not easy to join, to cooperate all Ukrainian women leaders. But thanks to this opportunity to speak each other, to support each other, to exchange of experience with each other. We stand for Ukraine. We stand for business each other and like person each other. We like organization. We support gender equality and stand for partnership and cooperation with leaders, with leader of in Ukraine and in the world.
Well, the symbol of the association, the logo, is a diamond, and it includes the image of a diamond anyway. And I'm not, and of course, that's a symbol of strength. I don't know if it was intended that way when you started the association in 2019, but I think it's really appropriate given the the pressure under which this association has been formed, and you've the way you've grown it over the last 3 to 4 years, much like how a diamond is formed under great geological pressure.
Thank you for your question, Steve. Our symbol, it's a diamond, and it's not only about beauty and shine. It's about strength. It's about many sides, many sides. It's about many sides, and it's like Ukrainian women. We're strong, and we have really many sides. And every day we create new ideas, we create new projects, we stand in our business for support Ukrainian people. We pay sales for our personnel. We pay all money for our country and for our army, and support Ukrainian economy.
Well, I'm going to ask Kate for her experience as a mentor member in the association. But before I do that, Nadiia, maybe you could describe the structure of the association a bit more for our listeners, because it's a unique setup. You have a professional staff. You also have a growing membership in different parts of the country, and different tiers of membership that you offer. The role of the mentor members in the association play a unique role. Could you describe a little bit how the association is structured?
Yes, we have our team, professional managers, and it's a counter, it's a social media manager, and other, and we have a CEO. And if we're talking about members, it's 3 levels. The first one is a candidate. It's levels for startups in business. The second is ambassadors. Is this level for women in business who make business more than 3 years, but least than 7 years. And if we're talking about the high level, is mentor. Mentors is they are more powerful women. They have experience, and they can share with all of members our platform their experience and knowledge.
Well, I think it's a really fascinating part of this model of and the mentor member category that you have. Women who've been successful in business who are able to give back, not only to get something from the association, benefit from being a member in the association, but to give back and share that experience with others. So, Kate, I'm going to turn to you. You're an entrepreneur yourself.
Yep.
Owner of the Communicative Language Academy in Chernivtsi, Ukraine. First of all, where is Chernivtsi for our listeners?
It is Chernivtsi. Chernivtsi is the west part of Ukraine, and it is located like 30 kilometers away from Romanian and Moldovan border. And we were working offline but due to the pandemic and due to the war has started, we just moved to the online business. And this is the time, just at the very beginning of war, that we got acquainted with Nadiia and with the platform. And I joined the platform being a member and being a mentor of the platform, sharing my expertise in helping women in business to move to the international level via communicating in English and being like ambassadors of Ukraine on the international arena.
So that's fascinating. So tell us a little bit more about your business, and so you provide English language
Yep.
training to Ukrainians in the business world.
Thank you very much for your question. Yes, me and my company, we are providing services in the educational field. Me being a educator and PhD holder and teacher trainer on behalf of British Council Ukraine, I am in the education for the last 15 years, being a professor at the university. And 5 years ago, me and my partner, who's my husband, who is serving right now in the military, we've decided to open an offline business and provide the really cool services, educational services, in our local city. But then we moved to the online, and we've been working online for the last 3 years and providing services to about 400 students in total, with a team of 22 teachers from around Ukraine. And what really changed the perspective of my business, moving to like the broader Ukraine, it is opening and helping, because it is providing an opportunity for the different people in Ukraine to share their stories and to speak on behalf of themselves. And at the very beginning of war, a lot of business leaders just were asking me to help to build the relationships with English, because they were trying to save the situation at the very, very beginning of war. And they were asking me, Kate, can you help? Can you please help to just to teach me, or can your teachers teach us in the groups or in individual services? And we were helping business leaders, and being the International Leadership Program alumni, which I won back in 2018. What had happened that the supporters from this program, supported by the American government, they supported my initiative and the project, which was called United Business Community. And this project was headed to support the language proficiency of business leaders to just to move to the international markets. I mean, to start presenting their own businesses on the international arena. And it was like the really, really cool opportunity for the business leaders to start speaking in English. And what is more, it is that time that me and Nadiia, we just got acquainted, and she'd seen how I'm moving my initiative with the NGO and with the business itself, and she just welcomed me on the platform, and she introduced me as a mentor in the educational field and in English linguistics in particular.
This is really fascinating. Thanks for sharing your journey to the association and into this line of work. I'm curious that I have to think that the demand for English language education in Ukraine, if anything, has increased during the period of conflict. It's been obviously there's an increased urgency in terms of Ukraine's integration with Europe and Western markets. There's the recent announcement by President Zelensky that the English will be an official language of the country moving forward. Tell us a little bit about how it's affected the market for the services that your company provides.
Mhm. Thank you very much for your question. Yes, it is right you are that we as a country who are on the tongue of every single person all around the world, and we as citizens of our country are sharing our expertise in different fields, being business leaders, being engineers, teachers, professors, the IT developers, and the main means of the communication is English right now, and on different areas we are sharing our expertise on the international market, and the business leaders are not the exception. The business leaders right now are diversifying their markets, and they're still are staying here in Ukraine, paying taxes in Ukraine, providing an opportunity for the workers to be here in Ukraine, but to cooperate with the international partners and international markets and present their products or services on international market. That's why it is vitally important right now to develop the language proficiency, since we are just moving and we are being competitors on the international arena. English, it is the source of the communication, as I mentioned, and before the war, there was the statistics that only 45% of business leaders were able to communicate in English on the B2 proficiency level and to C1 and C2 levels. Right now, these statistics is growing, and for the latest statistics, 55% of business leaders, they've moved to the higher level, and right now it is a must for all of the business leaders to communicate on behalf of Ukraine. So that's why my initiative of the United Business Community, it is like the project which supports business leaders to build up the communicative business communication in Ukraine of Ukrainian business leaders, is growing, and we are helping women in business, and this is my impact on the platform, to help the platform to move to the international level and to be the voices of Ukrainian women and to share their stories of success and not successful stories, like the stories which are going to be very touchy on one hand and very change mindset on the other hand. And I'm sure that communicating in English and sharing our stories, a lot of people are going to be aware of what is happening in the business world right now, in the associations of women, women in business in Ukraine. And I'm sure that it's gonna be the mind-blowing experience for all of us.
So, Kate, tell us a little more about what it means to be a mentor member in the association. What does that involve?
Thank you very much for your question. This is an honorable thing, I must say, from the very beginning, because being a mentor, it is about sharing and about just transmitting your expertise on different fields. Me being a business leader and the educator, I'm sharing in two different perspectives. First of all, my major is a teacher and professor in pedagogy, and I am providing different educational services in the field of building up business communication. We are organizing different courses like the business communication, and we have a special offers for our candidates and ambassadors and the mentors as well, who really, really want to upgrade their language skills. The second one, we are providing the free things like webinars or debate clubs or speaking clubs, and I'm sharing like monthly, located in our local association of Chernihiv Oblast. There are 34 members, and we are meeting offline and we are meeting also online. And I'm sharing a lot. For example, the latest meeting, I was sharing about the LinkedIn and how to use LinkedIn social network for the business purposes, where I was on my personal example and on the example of the other business leaders, how they were putting all of the information and portfolio together in the about section, in the section with the projects, how to connect, how to open up the different connections. And after that webinar, for mentors, they mentioned that they found the potential partners in the UK to sell their goods via LinkedIn, and that was the greatest thing for the for sharing. And it was about my investment and my dedication to the platform, because sharing, it is worth doing. I'm sure, like, this is about us, and it is about our platform. And the other thing that we are trying to start on behalf of the platform on the all of the national platform. I mean, not only of our part, but from Kiev region, from Rivne region, from Poltava region, which was just recently opened. We are opening the debating clubs, and we are launching the first event on the 30th of November together with the mentors of Kiev region, and we are going to discuss the debating questions, whether to pay attention, what is more important, marketing or the product. And this is like really heated. We anticipate to have the heated discussion in this debate club. And what is really, really cool, that the language is going to be English. So through these activities, we are showing that we can give our mentors and our ambassadors and candidates an opportunity to start thinking in English and sharing about their personal events and about their personal things that are happening in their lives, in their business lives, and to voice out their personal point of view upon different facts. So we are trying to launch different formats of the collaboration with our mentors. Yes.
Amazing work. Congratulations for all the progress that you've achieved. And I wonder if you could talk a little more about how the war has affected the members of the platform, how it's affected Ukrainian women in business and in civic spaces. I'm sure in many respects, a lot of people are suffering from the trauma of living in time of conflict. Loved ones are involved in the fighting, and at the same time, the role of women in the economy is perhaps expanding because of the needs there and the opportunities to play a role. Can you talk a little bit more about that and what you're seeing?
Yeah, thank you very much for your question. Being a wife of a military man, being a wife of an officer, I must say that it is pretty tough. to share the role of a wife who is facing traumatic circumstances when my husband is not answering to my calls and when he is just sending a plus as a response to my message, how are you? And being a business
And what
leader
does that
who
mean? What does that mean when someone says a plus?
that everything is okay.
So
And
that's
that's
a
it.
symbol, an easy symbol. I'm here. I'm okay. I'm alive.
Yeah, and when I'm saying like my tears are rolling,
Mhm.
because today I just received a class, not like a sticky note, not a picture, but I just received a class, and I do not know where he is, and I do not know what is he doing, but I'm so happy that he is alive. And me personally, I'm facing this every single day, and I'm sure that there are a lot of women like I am who are running their small businesses and who are working and who like us, we are women who are um, giving a chance to people to develop. And it is very hard for me to um, wake up in the morning and to go to the office um, and to build up the pleasant environment for my workers. Um, but on the other hand, I understand that the more I giving, and this is like a peel for me, that I'm giving and I'm sharing and I'm changing and I'm helping in these under these circumstances in this environment. And what is very important, it is to be in a safe place for me personally, and to do what you can do, because if I wouldn't do such things like supporting, helping, building up the business, giving an opportunity for my workers to invest into the economy and me paying taxes, I wouldn't feel comfortable, like comfortable the way it is under such circumstances as they are now. So we're discussing with the other mentors of our platform and with Madam President and CEO of the platform. We were sharing our like feelings and emotions and our Zoom coffees that we have on regular basis, and we came up to the conclusion that we would like to open up the initiative on behalf of the platform, that we are going to provide an opportunity for business leaders who are experiencing trauma to learn how to live and how to still share and how to still develop and how to still be dedicated to what you are doing. So we're opening the initiative of the social project, which is going to be headed to support women in need who are right now facing trauma and traumatic effects under different circumstances. Maybe it is the relocated business from the East, and the women just relocated their business under the bombs. Maybe they lost their husbands or any relatives, or we are going to provide such a support with the psychologists, with the like people who are really good experts in this field, and we want to help women in business still continue supporting Ukraine and supporting Ukrainian economy.
I would go to Madam President Nadiia for a question on this, but for our viewers, our listeners' understanding, we lost the connection with Nadiia, and I think it's time. It's a sign of the times, and it just illustrates the challenges of running an association, of running in a business in a wartime, and connections unstable. There are incidents of the conflict in various parts of the country, and you can't always rely on a stable connection. So we'll hope she can rejoin us, but if not, we'll continue with our conversation, Kate. And I do want to ask about the challenge of balancing the short-term and immediate needs of members. And you talked about, helping them through dealing with trauma, and providing psychosocial support and a support network and things of that nature, as well as addressing mental health, and then the day-to-day challenges of running a successful business. Balancing that and the work that the platform is doing in that regard with the longer-term role in rebuilding the country, and ensuring that women in business play a prominent role, play an influential role, influencing the reconstruction agenda, managing relations with the government, with the international stakeholders who have a role here. How do you do that?
Thank you very much for the question. I was asking myself, how can I do that? And I was asking the other members and mentors and candidates and ambassadors, like all the things that we have in common. It is the pure love to our country first, and the pure love to what we are doing. It is the second, and the main thing it is that individually we can't do so many things when we are uniting and doing the things together. That's why it is very important to have like this, as you mentioned, the balance. That's why in our platform we are not only about business. We are 70% about business, but 30% it is about our self-care. And in this 30% of the self-care, it is the mental support of ourselves. And when you can help, especially when you're flying, yes, the mask you are putting first of all on yourself, and then to the person who is neighboring nearby you. So that's why the same thing is about us. First of all, we have to help ourselves, ourselves, women in business, in our association. And it is about our mental health. It is about our likes, about our hobbies, about the support, people to people. And only after that, when we are going to be in balance and when we are going to be self-controlled, we can help the country and the economy. And together with our platform, we can combine these two things. It is about business, about helping our country to grow up the economy and helping each other, and first of all, to help ourselves. And that is the great balance of the help and of the prioritization of this help. And only in the combination of these things and these factors together, we can grow and we can build and we can rebuild our country.
Wonderful. Well, I know that you're working on a new strategic plan for the platform going forward.
Yeah.
What should people's eyes will be on you and on Ukraine and what's happening, and what should our listeners expect to see from the Ukrainian Women Business Platform moving forward?
First of all, we are going to share our stories. We're going to share the stories of success. We're going to share our expertise, and we are going to build up the economy. We're going to start our initiative in the social, in mental renovation of our country. We're going to support the other women who are not yet the members, but they came to our meetings, which are called Lady Fest. and they are going to listen and be inspired, and they are going to join our community. Our platform is growing, and we have the plan of growth, how to move from one different regions to the more regions in future. And we are going to provide the initiatives of helping each other in the educational sphere as well, by providing the educational segment of different aspects as business plan writing, or different marketing strategies, or how to build up the communicative strategies in Ukrainian, and how to build up the same communicative strategies in English. So all of these things that we are launching, you're welcome to view together with us, and to just help us share our stories, how we are rebuilding our country.
Well, it really is inspiring work and an inspiring vision, and I know I'll be watching closely your progress.
Thank you.
Going forward, and I'm sure that our listeners and our viewers will as well. Kate, thank you so much for joining me today. Please extend our thanks to Madam President Nadiia as well, and we wish her all the best. All the best to you, the other members of the platform, for your work going forward. And Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава. Thank you very much, and it was our pleasure. Thank you.
Listen and subscribe to SIPE's Democracy That Delivers wherever you get your podcasts.